So my name is Cecilia and I immigrated from the Highlands of Scotland, and it'll be about 10 years ago now. It's a bit of a long story, so to keep it short, my dad actually grew up in the Kingston area, so we've always had kind of roots to this area in Canada. I met my husband when I was over between high school and university, and so after I graduated from university, I ended up in this area with him. So significant challenges I've experienced would be learning to drive and getting used to crossing the road. It took me a while. Still wouldn't say that I'm 100% confident. I definitely still look both ways. That was definitely a challenge. Learning colloquial Canadian language was interesting for me. So even though English is my first language, I found I had to learn to drop some of my British colloquial words to be able to translate it for the clients I work with. So that took a real conscious effort. It still catches me every now and then, but it entertains my colleagues when I drop a Scottish word in there every now and then, but I would say that's one of my biggest challenges. Yeah, so I made two connections quite quickly. One, I connected with big brothers, big sisters in the area, and my goal for that was because I knew that if I was a big sister and I had a young person with me, it would force me to go out and explore the community. And because Big Brothers Big Sisters is so community-based, it gave me a lot of opportunity to explore things that I may not have had confidence doing on my own. And I continued that actually till my little sister aged out of the program, so that was good. And the other connection I made was with the Employment and Education Centre. So I'd applied for a job through their job board, and I was invited to interview for a program for postgraduate students. And I was accepted into that program, so it provided some in-class training on applying for jobs here, helped me to really understand how to transfer my skills to the Canadian labour market. And then I was given an opportunity to have a placement with the Employment and Education Centre, and I've never left. So they kept me, and I'm there 9 years later. So, but it was a really good connection I made. I love that it's a small town, but it doesn't feel like a small town. I love that we're so close to Kingston, Ottawa, so it's easy to access everything, but you really still have that small town feel here. It's a beautiful area, and I think because we live here, I think we forget just how beautiful it is, and that, you know, when you see in the summer especially the number of tourists that come, it's a really good reminder of people choose to come on holiday where we live, and it's because it's so beautiful. And just the diversity, like I'm finding that most people I speak to are not necessarily from Rockville originally, and I find that really interesting. I would say getting connected with established community agencies and services is a really good way to safely get out of your comfort zone, but have a guide alongside you with somebody who knows this area and can kind of give you some advice. One of the mistakes I think I made was I really didn't know the areas to look for accommodation. And so, you know, not understanding the transportation, the bus routes and those kind of things, not understanding where things are located, it made it difficult to really get a good sense of where I could find accommodation and make it easy to access things. So having some of those local connections through Big Brothers and the Employment and Education Centre gave me access to people who lived here and could give me some advice, which I took, and I was very glad that I did. But yeah, I would say get connected outside of your own comfort zone. So I think that is also a caution for me, is not to stay with my family, not to stay with the people I know, to really get out there with, as I said, with some sort of community agency that can guide you.